and happy Monday, actually. So today we are going to be diving into the air signs, zodiac signs, for September 2022, taking a look into what the month has cooked up for all our air sign friends out there. So originally I had this scheduled for tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm going to be leaving to do some stuff with my property up in the mountains. So I rescheduled for right now in the afternoon. So hopefully you guys can make it. If not, then the replay will be available for you. All right, so if you don't know who I am Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And if you want to learn a little bit more about me, my links are down below. Check out my website, kittensweightsandtarot.com. Also, maybe check out my newsletter, which is coming out on the 1st. And I don't play the spam game, so I don't send you any other emails other than a newsletter once a month. So full of witchy goodness if you're interested. 300 strong on the newsletter, so super cool. But all my other stuff is down below: Desert Cauldron, my Patreon, YouTube memberships, all that good stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the air signs. So I have all of the information here for what we're going to be doing this sort of late afternoon. I almost want to say evening, because I will jump on at 7 p.m. again today for the earth sign. So kind of like a back-to-back live chat. All right, so I'm going to cast an elemental circle. The purpose for that is just to make sure that the energy of the area is nice and clear. So all the messages coming through are for our best and highest good. Geeking out, what's up? So if you guys want to maybe sling cards with us, if you have some intuitive hits, please share it. That's why I love doing these live chats. Otherwise it would just be me and like, pulling cards on a pre-recorded video. But I love interaction. I love it when you guys point things out, share your downloads with us, sling cards with us. I think it's amazing. All right, so I am going to start off with the element of fire first. And actually this gruesome looking bunch here is a candle that my friend Annette got me for, technically for Samhain and Halloween, but I just I couldn't wait. I was like, ooh, they bleed. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get this fire going. And I'm just using what fire represents to burn away anything that no longer serves us here, so that we get some really good messages this afternoon. All right, and then the element of air, I have my piece of Palo Santo here, and we're just going to blow away any of that low vibing stuff, anything that may block our intuition. We don't need that here. So here we go. Burn, baby, burn. All right. Palo Santo, you smell so good. All right, so let's put that candle down there. Put this here. And then I also have my moon water here. If you're wondering why it's a funky color, and that's because I infused some roses that I had dried from my garden back in San Diego. So hence it's a weird color, but I also mixed it with the monsoon waters of Arizona. So, so some powerful moon water, monsoon water stuff. So let's go ahead and use that water element and just wash away all that muck. All right, and this feels good. All right, all right, all right. Hopefully you guys can feel some of that monsoon water wherever it is that you are. Okay, and then for the earth element, I have a wand here that I'm borrowing from Desert Cauldron. It's one that James and I created together, so you can find it in our Etsy shop. But we have a chlorite included quartz here. I have a few pieces of citrine on this deer bone, and all of anything that has animal parts in it is ethically procured. We want to make sure that there is harm to none. That's the way it is in our practice, therefore that's the way it is in our shop. So using this very grounded deer energy and the chlorite included quartz, but also the high vibe and connectedness that it has, that's what I'm going to use to call in the 4 directions and our elementals. So let's go in and call in the elementals of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the south to help us to cast our circle today. and calling in the elementals of the west to help us to cast our circle day. Our circle is cast, let our work begin, and so it is. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off my sweater now. I know it's like 102 degrees outside. It literally is like 102 degrees outside, but with the AC on, and I don't know who cranked it down to like 70 something in here, but it's so cold. I was like, maybe I should just go out and go cook in the 102 degree weather for a little bit. Anywho, okay, so the decks that I picked for all of us air signs, I say us because I got a lot of air in my chart. So I am a Gemini Sun and I'm a Libra Moon. So those are my two air placements, but I also have a lot of air just kind of floating around in all my planets and things like that. So yes, I am an airhead. But I'm going to be using my Wally's World Oracle. The link for that is down below if you're interested. Also, this little deck that is in here, actually, isn't this cute? James's mom got this for me for Christmas. But, and I believe it's from Bolivia, which is where they're from. And this little deck is by Ann Nguyen, and I trimmed and edged it the other night. And so I want to use that for our messages for September. I'm also going to bust out this. You guys are going to dig this. This is a cute little pendulum, but it's a here we go. It's a treasure troll. Hold on, his little hair got stuck. Okay. It's a little treasure troll pendulum. I want to use it for when we get to like the individual zodiac signs. So we'll see how I incorporate the pendulum. But anyway, putting that off to the side, I also have the Fairy Wisdom Oracle that I'm going to bust out. And lastly, the Feathered Omens. I figured these were all kind of like airy type decks. So I do make sure that it's intentional, the decks I choose for these elemental signs. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some cards right off the bat. I'm going to pull a card from Wally's World for an overall theme for September, and then using Ann Nguyen's deck, which I don't believe there's quite a name for it other than maybe the Goddess Provisions Majors Only Tarot deck from their Goddess Provisions website. But I'll pull some cards from there too. Let's see. Geeking Out said, Libra Sun here, Scorpio Moon, rising in Pisces. I have a Scorpio rising, actually. Maria Rojas, this is me too, Airhead, Gemini, Libra. Hey! Love my Geminis and my Librans. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask little Wally Walito. If you don't know who little Wally is, he is my little puma. I have a Burmese cat, and I also have a Siamese cat. They live with my ex because I didn't want to take them out of their home and drive them hundreds and hundreds of miles to a new state. Didn't feel that was fair to them. So I keep in touch with my boys, but yeah, they live there. So that's why you don't see them roaming around my apartment. Hey, Edgar. Okay, but anyway, Wally is my little puma. He's my little Siamese. He's such a sweet boy. They're both such sweet boys. Ooh, okay, whoa. What does that mean for September for Gemini and Libras and Aquarius? Okay. Okay, looks like we got a card. And let's see. Edgar says, hey everyone, how y'all today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I will say I was a little stressed out earlier. I've been having tons of readings, which that part wasn't stressing me out because, you know, that's a lot of fun. But I've been thinking about like finances and everything for like getting a home and everything. So I was like all up in my head. And now I feel so much better hanging out with you guys. Anywho, the card that I have here, this is actually the Duomo, and this is Florenzi, Italia. So in when I was in Florence, it was more like a day trip that I took with my fellow opera singers. because we had to get back to Viterbo where we were practicing for our opera. But anyway, the Duomo seems to always be under construction, and that is my little puma that I have photoshopped right there. But let's go ahead and dive into this and see what this means for September for our signs. Okay, September feels like progress. I know that, all of us being really different people, different backgrounds, even different places that we live, and often different languages, there's a lot of things that we're all working towards, right? And so in September, whatever it is, more like the bigger stuff. And I'm not talking about like, oh, like waiting for our Kickstarters and stuff like that. No, like some of the bigger stuff that we're really working towards. Like, let's say for me, a home, a place, all that. Some people are working towards moving out of the job that they have into something that is more heart-based for them. Some people are really taking a look, a deep dive into their shadows and traumas, and they're like, this is it. I'm truly working on this stuff now. Some people are, dealing with roommate situations and things like that. And so whatever it is that we're working on, there's going to be a huge amount of progress in the one or two areas that mean the most to us at this point in time in our journey. This is not to say it's going to end, and I'm actually not feeling there's ever like an end, because we're always going through something. And so like, let's say, because what's on my mind right now is my home. So let's say, we get our little home, and there's all that, and there's progress towards that, but it doesn't end there. There's other things that we have to consider, because we're going off grid. So it's like, oh, okay, the next thing is the solar, and the next thing is the well. And there is always going to be kind of like a next thing and a next thing. And I think where we get really stressed out about things is we want there to be like a definite end, so that everything is just calm and fine, and I never have to, do anything else ever again. And that's not really how it is. We're always evolving on our journey. There's always something new for us to get new skills from, new lessons to learn, new people to meet, new ways to shine, new opportunities. So there's a lot of good things that come from that. And so if you find yourself frustrated in September because you're just wanting to do this thing and then that should be the end of it. Well, no, there's life goes on. There's always little things that come up and a little twists and turns that we have on our journey. But mostly what I'm seeing, with this card was progress, that you're going to see some major progress. Yes. And this is all good things, but, to say that, well, once I have the home there, then my life is complete. I will no longer worry. I'll no longer have stress, and I'll no longer have anything to work on. Not really. There's going to be other things, but not in a downer sort of way. Not like, no, you're always going to struggle. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's going to always be something, new ways for you to see yourself in a different light, for you to see your strengths and your talents and how wonderful you guys really are. And so you're going to be able to see more of that in September, and all throughout the month and throughout our lives as well. But like I said, the biggest thing is going to be progress, and I think that's just what we need, is just to see that things are moving. And so I do believe that's what a lot of us are going to see in all the various projects that we have going on. All right, let's see. Edgar says, I got King of Cups, Cancer, me. I need to work on my emotions. Don't just react, control my moodiness, and open up to family and friends. And you know what? That was actually something James had said, that, maybe I'd be more authentic with my family because I don't want them to worry. So I'm always like, oh, everything's great. Everything's fine. And I'm much more truthful and honest than with my friends, I don't hold back with them, but with my family, I'm always like a little, oh, no, everything's great. So maybe Edgar, that was maybe for a little bit for me too. Maybe I should be a little bit more open. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few cards here with my newly modified and edged deck. And yep, that's just regular old Sharpie there. I think it actually turned out pretty cool. But anyway, and this is majors only. You know, I like to bust a majors only deck out every once in a while. But let's see what Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and all of the placements. Let's see what we got going on in September. We'll see how that connects to our theme as well. Okay. All right, so I've pulled 3 cards. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Edgar's like, I love it. I edged a deck deep blue. Ooh, I love me my blues. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune there. We have the Moon. And we also have the Star. And you know what? I'm feeling like another card. Another card. Let's pull another card. Okay. Okay, well that card just decided to pop out, so that's going to be our card as well. We have the Hierophant. Okay, let's see if I see any connections between these 4 cards. Okay, well, let's see. In these 2, we see a connection with water. But also, here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Star card again, we have a connection with stars. So as above, so below. And then this is the only one that seems super earthy to me. Okay, so taking a look into those 4 for our messages. Again, Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, the Star, and the Hierophant. Okay, so give me just a moment to channel these. Okay, so I see how it's connecting to the theme card. So remember we pulled the Duomo for our theme, that there's going to be some progress, and I feel that that progress is just the thing we need to kind of move past some blocks that we've been encountering. Not just the physical blocks in the 3D world, but also mental blocks, intuitive blocks if you feel like your intuition has been blocked, as someone was saying in the reading I was doing for them. But also just feeling blocked in general, you know, in what am I supposed to do next and where am I supposed to go next. And so whatever big thing it is that we're all working on, and I can't say one specific thing because it's a lot of things, you know, we all got different lives going on here. And so this is like a change for the better, but not in the way that you were expecting. And this is spirit, higher self, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, saying, hey, you may have things turning out one particular way in your head. Maybe let's not make it so focused, and let's say, I'm just going to go back to the house thing just because that's what's going on with me. So instead of saying this is exactly what it's going to look like, this is exactly what your little homestead's going to look like, and this is exactly how everything's going to be run. Instead, just say, I want a home there and I want to be self-sufficient there. Boom. That's it. You show me the opportunities, I'll take them, and you know, I'll know that it's for my best and highest good. You know, wherever it's simplest, that's going to be where my best and highest good is leading me. If I'm running into a block, perhaps that's not where I'm supposed to go. So I'm, you know, basically feeling like we might be feeling like we're in a pinball machine, right? We're like, boop, oh, guess I don't go that way. Boop, I guess I don't go that way. Oh, now I'm going this way. Boops, I guess I don't go that way. You know, kind of like that. So I'm getting that with the Wheel of Fortune, that, you know, now the energy has shifted and changed because we have shifted and changed. A lot of us are doing a lot of inner work, a lot of work with our egos and things like that. And so now our energy is changing. So by the time September rolls around, which is in just a few days, those things that we've been working towards, and it's like, man, I just want to see some progress. Well, you've shifted and changed. Now there is some progress, but not in the way you were expecting. And it's a pleasant surprise. And it's a reminder to stay connected to your higher self. Yes, we're a 3D being, but we're also like a multidimensional being. We have this fabulous eternal spirit inside of us, or even maybe outside of us. So maybe the human is on the inside. Each world affects each world. So where we change here, the other world changes. Where we change in the other world, we change here. So all right. And I did want to point out too that as this progress that we see happens, it totally changes our way of thinking in what is actually possible. And of course, and maybe at a conscious level, we know that as 5D, 6D, whatever dimensional beings we are, that our spirit is, we know that, oh yes, of course, anything's possible. We know that we can manifest anything. We know this at a conscious level, but it's like when you actually see it happen and you see what should be quote unquote impossible in this 3D world and it actually happens, and you're like, wait, whoa, okay. So it's going to be kind of like those okay moments where it's, if that's possible, and I thought that was totally impossible, and I still can't fathom how it's possible, then what else is possible? And that's where the energy starts to open up, and that's where more opportunities come in. Okay, let's see, let's go back here. Edgar's like, what the heck? I got the Chariot. Cancer again. A journey to bring balance in your life, balancing your desires and needs. Can't believe I got the 2 cards that represent me. Nice. Dude, your deck is calling you out. Okay. So then I wanted to go into messages for the individual signs, for Gemini, for Libra, for Aquarius, in all the placements that it may be. So let's see. Let's start off with the age of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Okay, so do I have any Aquarius in the house? Sun, moon, rising. Maybe it's dancing somewhere else in your chart. I don't know. But let's go Aquarius first. And what I want to do is, instead of using the pendulum, like, swinging it yes, swinging it no, which, by the way, isn't this just the coolest 90s thing you've ever seen? It's even got like a little fairy. It's just super cute. Anyway, I just can't get over my little treasure troll. But what I'm going to do is basically let the energy spin the pendulum, and then I'm going to try to just receive messages that way. Yes, Edgar, the troll will guide you. Ooh, let the troll guide you. Okay, but let's go with Aquarius first. I mean, I guess I should lift it up, because then it's no fun. You guys can't see my treasure troll if it's down here. So Maria's cracking up over there. Okay, so I'm gonna lift my knees up so I have my arms can rest somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this baby spin, and then I'm just gonna tap into the energy for Aquarius. All right, so here we go, Aquarius. I actually haven't done this before, just like using a pendulum to move energy for a reading. So let's see how we go. Okay, I haven't done this before. Here we go. Okay, so for many Aquarius out there, it looks like, I keep saying broken, lost, I don't have. And so it's like this focus on what is broken, what I don't have, what is lost. And the more I focus on it, the more it is broken, the more I'm lost, and the more I don't have. So this message is to ask you, in your mind right now, what is the thing that you consider broken or lost or that you don't have? And I want you to think of the reasons why you believe it is such. And to find out why this one thing, if it weren't broken, why would it make your life complete? Why would it bring you happiness all of a sudden? If this thing were removed from your life and something better were to take its place, would you not be happier? Would you not be more fulfilled? So you must ask yourself, from what place in your childhood, in your trauma, in your ego, is this demand for this thing that you crave that you do not have? What does it actually represent? Let's say, for instance, a relationship, and the relationship is no more. Perhaps it wasn't the relationship itself, but the way you viewed relationships when you were much younger. The relationship between your parents, the relationship between you and your parents, the way you saw a relationship between friends, the way others interacted, and the way they reacted when someone was no longer in their life, and maybe you took that on as your own and decided that if you weren't with a partner, you were just like them and you felt just like they felt way back when. So this is a beautiful time for healing. What you see as broken is a chance to heal. What you see as lack is another chance to heal. What you see as what you don't have is to actually find that you have it all. Another beautiful chance to heal. Whoa, okay, Aquarius. That was interesting. Wow, that's interesting. It's also really hard to do, like trying to channel and like trying to hold a pendulum, but wow, okay, so hopefully that resonated with some of our Aquarius friends out there. Edgar said, my heart disillusioned in some things. By removing those things, I'm sure I can be happier and I shouldn't be so demanding. All right, so let's take a look at Libra. And I know that there was some Libras in the house, perhaps rising, maybe moons, maybe suns. I am a Libra moon. Okay, so let's try this again. Maybe I'll keep my knees down this time. I don't know. I'm just trying to find a comfortable position for this, but I still like the treasure troll. Anyway, okay, let's go. Whoa. Channeling just makes me a little bit dizzy. Okay, let's try this with Libra. Okay, all right, my little Librans. Maria's like, me rising. All right, Libra rising over there. Okay, here we go. Let's get that energy moving. I'm purposefully, obviously, moving the treasure troll right now. I'm just, okay. Let's move it. Okay. Okay. Wish I had something to rest my elbow on. Libra, all I saw was like somebody pushing a car that doesn't want to start, battery's dead, out of gas, whatever it may be. And the message coming through is for the month of September, and actually any other time as well, whenever you feel you need to force something, recognize that this is actually the ego. Society, our family, perhaps other influences have us believe that if you want something, you have to make it happen come hell or high water. That you have to struggle, that you have to fight, that you have to trudge through the snow up and down the mountain both ways in order to make something happen, in order to get what you want. But if something was truly in alignment with you, knowing all we know about energy, frequency, what we attract, the people that we attract, the situations, that everything like is attracted to like. And so, if there is something that you want, and it's okay to have wants, it's okay to have goals, but to push yourself to the point of bringing about sadness, despair, anxiety, frustration, anger, which vibrates outwards towards your family, your friends. They feel and are subjugated to the emotions and everything that you're going through in order to make this thing happen. Basically, hurting yourself in order to make something happen. We need to take a look at what our motivation for this is. Is this something from our heart space, or is this something from our ego? And if you've been feeling something that has been frustrating you, and you've been pushing, you've been striving over and over, I must make this happen, because what would this mean for you if you do achieve this? Then we say, I did it. And this makes me a successful person. Therefore, people will love me now. People will congratulate me now. I am worthy because I executed X, Y, or Z. When really, aren't you worthy already? Aren't you abundant already? Aren't you already love? Aren't the people who love us most, aren't they already proud of us? Their love would never falter, no matter what happened in our life. And so what does this thing actually represent? Then perhaps that's actually something that is stemming from the ego. And the higher self, source, is not pointing this out for any sort of judgment, but because we don't wish you to bring suffering upon yourself. We want you to see you in your best light. We want you to see you in your power. And when you stand in that power, so much beauty is attracted to you, attracted to that frequency. And you may find that that thing pales in comparison to all the opportunities that start making their way towards you. So reevaluate the things that you are struggling to obtain and to have come hell or high water. Okay. Oh my goodness. Woo! Woo. Okay. All right, Libra. Woo. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Geeking out is a Libra sun. Edgar said librarians. I just noticed that Libra is librarian, like Cancers are Cancerian. Yeah, we're librarians. Actually, yeah, that's just us at our core, librarian. You know what? I wouldn't mind being a librarian. I don't mind like doing the Dewey Decimal System and, you know, maybe looking at books all day and putting them away. Maria's like, Okay, so let's look into, wow, these are really interesting. This is an interesting way to get messages. I might have to finesse this whole pendulum thing while trying to channel at the same time. Trying to make it work a little bit better. But you know what? I liked busting it out anyway. Okay, so let's do Gemini, all right? Gemini Sun right here. Okay, Gemini. Okay, let me move let me move my body around here. Okay, so so be sniffing books like crazy. I love the scent of old books and parchment. Edgar, I feel you. I feel you on that one. I am an old book sniffer, and I sneeze, but it's still hello. All right, so okay, so again, I think I'm just gonna hold this, and we're just gonna move it all around just like this. More, I don't know. I like to just feel energy flow, right? And again, just going to try to use it for the channeling. So let's see what's in store for Gemini. I don't know. Okay. Okay, Gemini, it seems like the message may be a little bit more simplistic for this month. But everywhere you go this month, whatever it is that you do and whoever it is that you interact with in the month of September, I want you to look at it as if you were looking right back at yourself, that they are a mirror. For instance, let's say you end up having a fabulous day with your significant other. You laughed, you had a good time. How is that person a reflection of your energy at that moment and who you are at that moment? They're merely reflecting back to you your essence in that moment. Now let's say we are driving on the freeway and we notice everybody's driving erratically. People are cutting in front of you, people flipping other people the bird. It seems like a battlefield on the freeway. You're angered, a lot of road rage. How dare that person cut in front of you? How dare that person tailgate you? Why are those other people tailgating? How can people drive that way? Now, how are those people a reflection of the energy that you are currently in? Something to ask. The things that surround you, the material items, the energy, the people, how are they reflections of you in this moment? You can learn a lot more from your surroundings than you can from any book. You can learn a lot about yourself merely looking at who you choose to associate with, who you choose to have in your friendship circle, who you choose to have around you in terms of family, the situations you find yourself in, the places we choose to live. They are all reflections of us. And although in certain situations it might be very difficult for us to understand how certain people may be reflections of us or certain situations, there is something there to learn. And if we put the ego aside, there is much healing and growth to take place. So in the month of September, mirror is your keyword. For all the joys, for all the conflicts, for all the growth, for all the frustrations, everything is your mirror. What is your mirror showing you right now? Okay, whoa, mirrors. Mirror. Whoa. Okay, all right. All right. Guess, yeah, that's something I might want to journal you know, all of my surroundings, everything, you know, because I think it's so easy, you know, to say, oh, that person always brings me so much joy. I'm joyful because of them. Or that person made me angry, you know, it's all their fault, you know, but there might be a piece of them in me, you know, and maybe that's why I'm angered, you know, so that is interesting, dude. um, let's see, Geeking Out said, as I begin my witchy path and have been reading a lot, being a librarian sounds like the perfect job right now. Edgar's like, gonna spank those books, teasing me with their smell, you naughty books. If anything, I enjoy philosophy. Nice. I need to learn to relax. I grew up a bit uptight due to situations. Peace and love. There you go. All right. So that was interesting. I'm gonna have to flesh out the whole channeling and pendulum at the same time, but you know, I'm always trying new things. Okay, so let's go into some opportunities and blocks for our little Gemini, Libra librarians and Aquarians. Okay, I have the Fairy Wisdom Oracle here. Let's put that right there. Okay, so here are the cards. And let's take a look at some opportunities and blocks that we may encounter in the month of September. Alrighty. There's a little, hold on, gotta throw something away. Nope, there it goes. Okay, sorry. It's my little OCD. I'm like, oh, trash, gotta throw it away. Okay, all right, so let's pull a card for opportunities. Let's pull a card for a block that we may encounter. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, I'm gonna put this like that, like so. Okay. All right, let's take a look at blocks first. Edgar's like, I'm trying to find the Fairies Oracle. Comes in a golden box. It's beautiful. Ooh, yeah, you know what? I need decks, you know, with fairies. I gotta check it out, you know. I like the fae. I love the fae. All right, so possible blocks that we may encounter. We have magnolia, which I will forever think steel magnolias every time I hear the word magnolia. So those of you old enough to remember the movie Steel Magnolias. It was kind of sad, actually. Okay, so let's dive into this one. Oh, okay. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So whatever it is that we may encounter in the month of September, remember I said this was about progress. We're all trying to work towards something. And, you know, the Wheel of Fortune card does show that, you know, we will be seeing a huge amount of progress, but that's because our energy had shifted and thus opportunities, you know, abound. But as we're working towards things, of course, we're going to run into minor hiccups here and there. And not the type of blockages where it's like this is a major block and we're trying to steer you in a different direction, but maybe one of those other smaller types of blocks that's really trying to show you your strengths, your talents, or maybe a possible shadow, etc., etc. And so we may be more likely, some of us, I'm just saying some of us, as we encounter a particular block, to maybe just throw in the towel and say, oh man, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm trying to reach this goal and it seems like the universe is conspiring against me and trying to make it so I can't get to my goal easily. And so it's like it's just a little block, just a teeny little block, and we decide that it's now a mountain instead of a molehill, and I just can't take it anymore. And I'm going to crumble. And think about what the ego gets out of that. What does our ego get out of that? The ego gets out of it being able to blame something else for the situation. Oh, it's just, I can't continue on. I'm choosing to give up. Actually, you know what? I don't have a choice. It's like I don't have a choice. I had to give up because the universe is just working against me. Everybody's against me. Everybody's being mean to me. I can't, do this because of whatever. And so I had to give in. But we have to remember, and I think I said this in the weekly live chat yesterday, that saying I'm giving my choice away is a choice. So when you're like, oh, I give up, I had to, I was forced to, you're still choosing to. You're choosing to go along with, okay, well, I guess I'm just giving up now. And what is it that is making you so frustrated? Like, it's not that little thing. It's not the molehill, right? So let's work backwards. And this is another opportunity. It's not to make you frustrated. It's not a punishment. It's not people trying to come after you and try to be mean to you. It's something to learn about yourself. It's something that desperately, desperately wants to be healed. Again, there's nothing that's against you. Nothing pointing their finger at you and saying, "Oh, look at you," or it's not about that. We're all trying to learn about ourselves. We're all trying to grow. We're all just trying to make our way in this world, right? So if you're feeling that way, this is a perfect opportunity, in fact, it's even more a perfect opportunity when we're feeling frustrated like that than maybe when we're super joyful, because it's only when we're frustrated do we take the time to actually sit and look inside, and we're not distracted by all the laughs and the joys, sometimes that we may have. So when you're feeling that way, and usually we tend to confine ourselves, well, it's time to go into hermit mode. It's time to look inside. Okay, what's really frustrating me? Is what's the energy surrounding this? What's the feeling surrounding this? I have to go back and back and back until I find the moment or the situation or the repetitive message that was given to me as a younger child that is now presenting itself in this fashion now that I'm an adult. Oh, okay. Because if you can see that, then you're like, that makes much more sense. And now you have control of the situation again. The power is back into your hands. Actually, it never left your hands. But now you can say, oh, okay. So this thing that went on in my childhood is the reason I'm reacting this way to something that should be so benign. Okay, so if I go and I work and I heal that, I can come back here more clear-headed, and I'm just going to plow through that obstacle. That's what I'm getting with my Magnolia. Is the moment you feel like you're throwing in the towel and everybody's conspiring against me, that's the moment we need to go inwards, see where that's really coming from, heal from it, let our energy shift, let those opportunities roll in, and we're going to blast right past that little hiccup in our path. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at an opportunity then. Let's see. Geeking outside, I pulled the 5 of Swords for the block. Ooh. Edgar said, I got the Empress. I need to enjoy my ego, be lavishing, and enjoy the riches of life, but don't create an imbalance. Share your luxury with those you love. Nice. All right. Okay, so, okay. So this is what I got for opportunity. We have believe. Okay. And you know what? That was actually like a theme they used to have at SeaWorld back in San Diego a lot. It was called their, they would have their Believe shows, and was all about the impossible or seemingly impossible becoming possible. And so in order for opportunities to present themselves to you in September, in order to, as Edgar was talking about, having the riches, in whatever form that may be, perhaps it's in the form of money, maybe it's in the form of friendships and laughter, perhaps it's in the form of just, the richness of life, surrounding you, whatever it may be. The more you believe and trust in your spirit, your higher self, you, going inwards into that heart space, and realizing, you know what, I may be just a human here, but I'm also a multi-dimensional being, and anything is possible. And although maybe my ego can't figure out the ins and outs and how it's going to happen, I trust in the multidimensional being that I am, that something is going to work out for my best and highest good. Not that I'm going to sit back on my haunches and just wait for, everything to come falling, rolling its way towards me. But if there's an opportunity there, I'm going to take it. If there's a, universe showing me signs, showing me repeating numbers, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to take it. I'm going to listen. I'm going to have all of my little psychic ears and eyes open. I'm going to be listening because I believe and I know that there is a world beyond this world and anything is possible. And if we limit ourselves and say that is impossible, or even according to physics that's impossible, well, then we've already limited ourselves. So in the month of September, not getting too specific because I feel like I really can't because that would be limiting, but just to remember to believe in the multidimensional part of you and that anything could be possible. Don't start trying to figure out what that might be, because then we're putting restrictions, we're putting limits on things. Just maybe you have some goals. Maybe you want some things to happen. Maybe I'd like more money. Maybe I'd like, X, Y, or Z. Don't know how that's going to happen, but as soon as there's an opportunity, I'm going to take it. As soon as I start seeing things that are a little bit more than just a repeating pattern, that's more like a synchronicity, I'm going to go after it. I'm going to listen. I'm going to feel through it, and I'm going to go that way. And that's where the quote unquote magic happens. All right, believe. All right, I love it. I love it. I love these cards, by the way. They're so beautiful. Okay. Oh, we've gotten to the viewer's choice. Let's see. Geeking Out says, I got the Seven of Wands as an opportunity. How would you interpret that? Actually, I would see that as an opportunity to stop fighting with yourself. If we realize, I was talking about for Gemini mirrors, if we look at, everything as a mirror, then we may realize some of the things that we have the biggest conflict with aren't really outside of us, they're inside of us. And if we can realize that and we can work on that, boom, the conflict is resolved. It seems to happen that way. So it seems to disappear any sort of blocks, conflicts that we may encounter. So I don't know, that's maybe how I would interpret it. I don't know, maybe Edgar, maybe you got something. Edgar says, I got the Five of Swords now. Do not allow others to defeat you. Fight back and take your stand. And for Edgar, he says, Seven of Wands, I'd say the opportunity to be on top of things is at hand. That's also another good interpretation. Very cool. All right. Okay, you guys, so we're on the viewer's choice. You get to do a little voting. I have the Feathered Omens Oracle here by Ted Andrews. And let me get those cards out. Ta-da! Okay, you guys get to vote. Geeking Out, so thank you both. Okay, so I'm going to read off two questions. If you like the first question, then go ahead and leave a red heart emoji or just type the words red heart. If you like the second question, vote with a green heart emoji or just type the words green heart. And then I'm going to count up the red hearts, I'll count up the green hearts. Whichever has the most hearts is the winning question that I'll pull cards for. Okay, so here we go. Okay, question number 1. If you like this question, please vote with a red heart emoji or just type the words red heart. What is the best thing I can do for myself this month? Okay, what is the best thing I can do for myself this month? Question number 2. If you like this one, vote with a green heart emoji or just type the words green heart. What area of my life am I having the hardest time allowing change? What area of my life am I having the hardest time allowing change? All right, you guys go ahead and cast your votes. Even if you're just lurking in the background, go ahead and cast a vote. So again, the red heart vote is what is the best thing I can do for myself this month. Green heart vote is what area of my life am I having the hardest time allowing change. All right, so Geeking Out has the red heart. Edgar has the green blood pump. Thank you, green blood pump. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got red heart, we got green heart. I know we got other people in chat, so we need to break this tiebreaker. I already know if I ask the person over there, I already know what color he's going to choose. But, you know, if there's anybody else in the chat, I'll do a little Jeopardy music for you guys, okay? So far it's 1-1. One red heart, one green heart. So continue with your votes. Geeking Out says, my dog Luna says red heart too. Okay. The doggy gets a vote. So Luna is also a red heart. James, red heart or green heart?
Green.
Okay, James says green heart. And Edgar is now changing his vote to red. Ah! What is happening here on Jeopardy? On Jeopardy. Okay, so we'll do 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 do. Okay, so now let's look at our votes here. Okay, so Geeking Out has a red heart and her dog has a red heart too. Edgar has now changed his vote to a red heart and James had a green heart. So it looks like we're going with red hearts. Okay, so the winning vote for red hearts are, what is the best thing I can do for myself this month? Okay, what is the best thing I can do for myself this month? Again, with the Feathered Omens Oracle by Ted Andrews. Oh, Maria was wondering what the question was. The question again was, what is the best thing I can do for myself this month? So the month of September. Edgar's like, great, now I'm going to be doing the Jeopardy song all afternoon. You're welcome. Okay. All right, what's the best thing I can do for myself this month, month of September? Ooh, we have pheasant, time of fertility and creativity. Pheasants are cute, by the way. Look at all those colors. Okay, so what is the best thing I can do for myself this month? Oh, okay. All right. So looks like, you know, we're going to be busy working towards our progress, trying to obtain the thing or work towards the thing, whatever the thing is for each and every one of you. And we may be going through some tough things with some shadow work and some ego stuff and learning a lot about ourselves. So when it comes to maybe some Empress stuff, some time for nurturing, time for taking care of yourself, you know, to balance out our lives, right? We can't make it all lopsided. Otherwise we cause ourselves stress, we get sick, we don't want all that stuff. So the best thing you can do for yourself is anything that truly fills you up. So for me, I like artsy things. I like to be doing some sort of art. So either creating something with my hands, maybe like I did my deck trimming and edging that I did. For me, that's like an outlet for my creativity. Maybe drawing. Also singing in the shower is also part of my creativity, you know, but all of those things that like really make you feel good, like they put a skip in your step, like you can't be mad at all. Like it doesn't matter if like the whole world is burning down outside, like you just happily be like, bless you, you just be happily like scrapbooking, you know, you're just like having a good time. Oh look, it's burning outside. Don't care. You know, anything that puts you in that mode where you're just like just so overwhelmingly feeling good, happy. Try to take some time out to put yourself into some of those modes during the month of September, because it seems like it's going to be kind of a heavy month. So it would behoove you to take 10 minutes, half an hour, maybe even an hour, to really immerse yourself in something that makes you have fun, feel good, where it doesn't matter what was going on outside, you'd still be in a pretty good disposition, you know? So It could be sewing for some. It could be like rage dancing. I'm not really sure what rage dancing would, but maybe day raging. I don't know. But maybe singing in the shower, playing air guitar. I don't know. Any activity that you guys really, 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 really do enjoy and it makes you feel really good. Now, that being said, I know what some smart Alex are going to say. um, what if that means getting blind drunk? Well, does that put you in a happy mood afterwards? So whatever it is that you're doing probably shouldn't create a hangover is what I'm saying. You know, one that like totally makes you feel good now, it's going to make you feel good later. You're going to wake up feeling good because you got that thing done, whatever it was. So again, it could be art, it could be maybe writing something out, it could be watching a really funny movie, like the same funny movie that makes you laugh so hard you can't breathe, and then your stomach gets into a knot, and then there's like tears streaming down your face, and you're making a really weird face, but you don't care because it's hilarious. It's been a while since I've seen a movie that funny, but I'll look. Maybe it's going to a comedy show, you know, whatever it is that truly fills you up though. So from the inside. So it's good for your soul, it's good for your heart, you know, all of those things. So it would be really good at least a few times in the month of September to do those things. It's a really good balancer to some of the more heavy stuff that you may experience in September. Okay, let's see. Edgar says, I got 6 of Cups. Instead of remembering the pain, look back the good things of the past. Dwelling in past pain ties you down. It's best to think on the good things. Edgar says, X's and O's all around you. One for one. One for you, one for you. Edgar said, or Geeking Out said, I got the 7 of Pentacles. Excellent, excellent. Edgar, when you said X's and O's, it made me think of, oh, what's her name? Billie Eilish or something like that. It was like, what was it? My exes and the oh-oh-ohs, they want me. The oh-oh-ohs, they want me. I can't let go. X's and O's. I don't know. I love that song too. Maybe I'll sing that one in the shower. Anywho. Anyway, okay. So on that note, let's do a little healing, you guys. Okay. So, oops, close this up. All right. So of the messages that you guys heard today, think about the ones that really connected with you. And I know that there was a lot of prompts, you know, to do things for the month of September, but maybe you just want to focus on 1 or 2 of those things. So think about those things right now and get yourself into a nice, comfortable space. I have my little drum here. And I'm going to do a quick little guide meditation with you guys, and I'm going to take you through a drumming while you set that intention and breathe that intention in. And then I'm also going to have you focus on releasing. So if you're going to bring something in, what is it that you want to let go of in the month of September? Edgar says you're going to be singing that song and bam, an image of me pops in your head. All right. So, okay. Like I said, find yourself a nice, comfortable space. Maybe you like hardwood floors and like to sit your butt on it like I do. No, I have a towel. It's okay. Or maybe you want to lay down on the soft bed. Maybe you want to lay down on the couch or sit on the couch, comfy chair, whatever it may be. Just shake out the day. Release it all. I know it's Monday, but whatevs. And let's bring our awareness into our body. And since, you know what? Since we're air signs, I'm going to have you imagine that there is a big fan above your head. Actually, there is a fan above my head, but it's not spinning that fast. But it's spinning fast enough. And imagine that that cool air is rushing down. And that cool air is rushing down over your head, over your face, and everywhere it touches, you relax even more. Because nothing matters except this moment right now. This is all about you, bringing your attention inwards. You're going to focus on the magic you want to bring in and that you want to create. You are the magician. Anything you wish can be manifested. You know this at your core. So we're going to continue allowing that beautiful, cool air to make its way down our body, down our neck, relaxing our neck. The air makes its way past our shoulders, relaxing our shoulders, letting them go. The air makes its way down our arms, relaxing our fingers. The air moves its way down your torso and your hips, your legs, those overworked calves, your feet. You're in total relaxation. And you focus your awareness on your breath. And every time you feel your chest rise and fall, you relax even deeper into another state of relaxation and bliss. And in this relaxed state, I want you to think now, in your mind's eye, what is something that you would like to bring in the month of September, out of all the messages that you heard? And what does that look like to you? Imagine it now. And now imagine what you'd like to release. What does that look like? And what we're going to do is utilize our breath to both bring in these things and release these things. So, on your next inhale, we're going to do a full inhale. We're going to breathe into our diaphragm, into our lungs, and into our stomach. And when we do so, we're also going to focus on that intention, that thing that we want for September, that thing that we want to bring in. Maybe it's a energy, maybe it's something tangible. Whatever it may be, let's breathe in now. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. Full exhale, empty the tank all the way. And breathe in. And exhale. And with every inhale you take, you are breathing in that intention, and that intention is becoming a part of you. And every exhale that you make, you are releasing that thing that no longer serves you. And this is why it's so important to empty the tank, get every ounce of breath out, because we don't want any part of that to linger. We want it to be fully released. Go ahead and continue this breath cycle. If you'd like to ground and connect, do in a way that suits you at this time. guys, go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. Go ahead and breathe life into it. Shake out your hands, your fingers. If you need to stretch, go ahead and stretch. If you had your eyes closed, go ahead and open them back up again. Edgar was using his dog as a pillow, very comfy. He looks like he'd be a comfy pillow. And I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous September. I thank everybody who was able to make it to this live chat. I know that it was at an awkward time, 4 o'clock, but like I said, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to be off in the mountains doing some stuff with the property. So I appreciate everybody who was able to make it. And thank you to everybody who's going to be watching the replay. Thank you to everybody who participated and slang some cards with us. That's always a lot of fun. I think it makes for much more rich readings, especially the people that watch the replays. You know, they get to see what cards you guys pulled as well, which is why I always read out your comments. So yeah, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And thank you to everybody who already is subscribed, and thank you to my YouTube members as well. So Susie, Liesel, Heather, Kayla, thank you guys all so much. And thank you to my patrons, Syrian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, Kayla, Lily, Jason, Charles, Brian, and Grace. Thank you guys all so very much. If you guys dug today's live chat, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you feel like your other air sign friends out there would benefit from today's reading, please by all means go ahead and share it. And like I said, all of my goodies are down below. All of my links for, you know, our witchy shop, for my website, and my newsletter that's coming out in a few days. Definitely go check that out. Geeking out, so thank you for this. Hope everyone has a lovely evening, week, and month. Same to you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. Have an amazing September. All right, you guys. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.